They told us City run the city. They told us United would finish. 90 minutes later, Manchester is red. Carrick's first derby. United standing tall. City frustrated. And Old Trafford reminding everyone that this fixture still matters. Let's break it all down. No filters, no agenda. This is Worldwide Reds. How are we, boys? How are we?
It's nice to have a good Sunday.
What
a time to be alive.
Hey, what a time to be alive. I met Elliot for the first time in the flesh yesterday at the Pig and Whistle with Brisbane Man United Supporters Club. Dean and his crew took care of us. Mate, what a night. Absolutely awesome. Couldn't ask for a better experience. It was just brilliant all night. Pints were flowing. Beers were being flying. It was just, I had a giant
and the city fans were crying. They were not happy. It was fucking fantastic.
That reminds me, Adam, I don't know if you remember the one in Scruffy Murphy's when we won 2-1 with the offside goal. And there was one City fan there, actually, and he was copying shit as well. So it's a nice atmosphere to have.
Oh, yeah. Mate, we had it at the FA Cup final, and there was one City fan that thought he'd get away with it. And when we scored the first goal, he got pummeled, mate. We warned the security guy. He didn't believe us. Then we scored again, and he just about lost his life. So then he got kicked out.
I was going to say, I'm surprised there's only the one City guy that comes through every time, but then actually realized there is actually just the one in Australia that's rotating between all the cities.
Oh, mate. How are we, Dino? He's in the other room. He didn't want to be in here with me.
Oh, yeah. I'm awesome, mate. Same as an hour ago.
Mate, Dino and I went for a late Macca's run last night at 1 a.m. It was unreal. Like cheeseburgers and Sundays and
fresh cheeseburgers.
Than Macca's was.
Fresh cheeseburgers. Yeah, that's Macca's for you.
Oh, fresh cheesies, mate. Nothing better. Nothing better. I got Tom in the comments here. What do we got? Evening, gents. Felt like watching United of 20 years ago. Who knows what we get next week, but can only enjoy today to the fullest. What a night.
Don't worry about next week. Yeah, let's just keep soaking this in.
Got another one. Late Hector. Carrick at the wheel.
It
I think
actually
I'm going to have
reminded
to
me
start
of
being old, eh? I start acting my age and put my glasses on, eh?
Hey, I found his reading glasses under my car seat.
Yeah, that was a mess yesterday. Mate, it was such a good time with a Pig and Whistle. It was so good.
Yeah,
great setup.
Looked unreal, eh?
Great setup.
Yeah. Loved all the big flag setup and that there.
And the rain just about stayed away.
What? Too many people talking.
But the rain just about stayed away as well, which was good.
Did it? Oh, we've been getting smashed by storms here the last 2 days.
Yeah, it's been pretty bad.
Just so you know, John, the one Adam set up actually fell down halfway through the match. Just so you know.
I'd be right. Why would you give him any responsibility with that?
Well, I don't know if anyone.
Well, they told me
what
when he did it. So that's what I did.
No one asked him. He just went and did it.
Yeah, I think he offered.
I got Ned 81K. I got Mark in here. Great win. I can't remember a more dominant performance against City. You know what? In saying that there, I've been saying it the whole season. I wish we could just put 90 minutes together. And, mate, didn't we put 90 minutes together?
It was just not even – it was just the effort and the passion in the team. Like, it was the running, the commitment, the press, the fight for every second ball. Like, it just felt like everybody was – like, it makes you think, like, why couldn't they do it under Ruben?
I was saying it to you guys in the chat at halftime. I was like, wow, we're so much better than City. You know, we've had better chances, this and that. And then the second half, we even blew them further away. We were just really miles better than they were. And it's not just, City didn't rock up. We actually, like, stopped them from playing. That was the plan.
Yeah.
The way we stopped it was just
press
efficiency.
that Ahmed does off the ball is, especially against City when they go and they try and keep the ball with a higher line with their back four pushing up. He's just constantly sprinting after the ball. They only give them one touch pass, which when they've got that young centre back, that 19-year-old that stepped in, he was shocking for the first 5 minutes. He was under all sorts of pressure, which I loved. Put him under the pump. You're at home against Man City. Fucking run at him.
It was nice because there's been derbies where we say, like, I think even the last derby there was no yellow cards or whatever the case is because there was no passion, I guess, from both teams even. And then today's game though, or last night's game, it was like tackles, it was go for the ball, like, we saw Harry Maguire throw Bernardo Silva down, like all these kind of things. Like it was really good.
I loved it.
That was good, man. As he's coming down the slide, well, he was grabbing him. He's just going, "Fuck you, you're gone."
Yeah.
See you later.
See you later. Just flicked him off.
Honestly. I was so proud of Harry Maguire. He was my man of the match last night. He was so good. And
there was zero
Sorry?
passion from City. There was zero passion from Man City. It didn't even feel like they were there to play in a derby. They were just there to play a normal fixture.
Well, I think they thought they were going to come in and dominate, and then I think Phil Foden had the idea of picking up these pockets of space. But fuck, man, every time he took a touch, there was just someone there ready.
Yeah, every time they were kind of going for those pocket, like, getting ready to make that kind of pass towards a pocket, we had like Dorgu just like blocking it on one side or whatever the case is. Like, it was really good.
Yeah. He was exceptional at when City were playing with the ball out wide. He'd nip in and double up as like a second defender, win the ball, and then turn around and go forward. He'd win foul, or he'd get the ball up the field. He just constantly got us out of our own half.
That was how the third offside goal happened, where like he got the ball, got fouled, and then we moved on from there.
Yep. We talk about it a lot in futsal about cutting the line, and yesterday they did do that. Even though I still thought, and Dino and I were talking about this, and Elliot last at the pub about the midfield. I still thought the midfield was getting run over a little bit as well. As much as there probably wasn't that much panic, but I thought there was a lot of support everywhere, to be honest with you. But I still think that midfield was a little lost. I don't think on the counter attack we dominated the midfield, but I think defensively, I think we're still struggling through that section.
I actually disagree with that because I felt like that was the plan, is actually like get them to have that possession in the midfield, and as they come to attack, that's when we're actually pressing with like Leacher and whatever, and we try to like stop that final pass. And I think that's actually like where we end up winning the ball and then having our counter. So I actually thought it was part of the plan, giving them that possession. Because if you have
the middle between halfway and the 18-yard box.
If we had a good midfield, we wouldn't have to be worried about countering.
They had 70+% possession or whatever the case is, but they ended up doing nothing with it because that was the plan, to give them that space. That's where they'll try to play, but we'll never give them the opportunity to make that final pass.
So you just want to be a counter-attacking football team forever?
No, but I think that was the plan for yesterday against Man City.
Yeah, but what we're saying is that the midfield still needs work. Like, it's all good
100%
it
needs work. Like, you can't count on Casemiro and
that's what we're saying,
but I actually thought the plan yesterday was that. So I wouldn't say that they were, let's say, overrun or looked lost, because I felt like that was the plan.
But if you look at, like, as much as you're just saying, I think if you put 3v3 in the midfield and looked at who did more in the game that affected the game, I think we could say we could dominated that. I don't think we dominate the ball because they've had three very technical, good ball players in the middle of the park. Like, as tall as Rodri is, he's exceptional on the ball. And then they got Phil Foden and Bernardo Silva. Like, and they bring on that Ryan Shirt.
Had to be subbed off because it was useless. Like, that shows you how good we were defending it.
I think we
held...
but
that's what I'm saying. You can't be doing that every match, though.
But you can against Man City at this stage. Like, so that's why I think the plan worked.
Yeah, but we're talking about like the midfield as a group. Like, it's all good to play City, but we play Everton. It's completely different. Like,
I agree, but I don't expect us to play the same way against Everton. We can only judge it based on the one game we've had right now, and based on that one game we had with Carrick, I think the plan worked for what he wanted to do.
I just think, like, to me, I'm disappointed because the players don't need a new manager to run faster. They don't need a new manager to run more and stuff like that. Like, why does it take a Carrick to come in and make players run and have passion? Like, the players should already have passion. You talk about Pep and City had no passion. Like, that doesn't just go overnight. Like, it's up to the players to have that passion, especially for a derby. You shouldn't have the manager going in there saying, going hard and, there's no yellow cards last derby. We need to do it this derby. Like, it's down to the players. And that's the most disappointing part of a good night.
Yeah, I get that, but then I think that's a different argument to what we were saying before. Like, I agree that should have never been the case where 3 months ago we didn't have the passion, but now we do. But the fact is that for Carrick's first game, the one time he's been in charge, it has actually been there.
Yeah, as I said to Adam that last
definitely.
night, I'd rather play City every week than play Everton, Wolves, and all that. Like,
100%, because we've been getting the
You've been
results.
saying it all week, Dino, haven't you? You've been saying it all week.
like-
We've been chatting. He goes,
and
mate,
that's the
I'd
thing,
rather play City every week.
I agree.
Carrick's on
Our
after the
best
game.
performances have been
Don't get
against
carried
those type of
away.
teams.
Let's just see what we do next week and the week after. Carrick's the first one to say that. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree with you there.
But
I
it could have
definitely
been
agree with
6-7-0, like, at the end of the day, and we scored
Well-
2. Like, so, yes, it's an amazing feeling and stuff like that, but, there's still improvement and all that needs to be done. Like, those offsides shouldn't be happening in Premier League football, like, especially 2 of them, I think. Like, they had so much time in that to get it right, and they didn't. So, it's all good. We won the derby and the hype, and we got the 3 points and stuff like that, but it's like what Carrick said, like, next week's a whole different game, and we've got to back it up.
Fucking hell, Dino, stop putting a fucking down.
I know, he's just fucking out.
But in saying that though, you're probably gonna go up against probably a similar opposition next week and probably play that similar
The only
Like
issue
the
I
game
say with that
type of game next week.
is
Yeah,
I
next
see-
week. But there's like, 17 games left or whatever it is. Like,
I don't
Yeah.
think we'll play another game like that though. Like, because
100%.
Manchester
I
City
don't
play
either.
they play with their left and right fullbacks so high and inverted, I should say, that it suited like Dorgu to play on the left and pinch the ball
Yeah.
and get the ball upfield. It suited Ahmad to start the press so early. But if you're doing that against Arsenal, who sit 4 centre backs along the back 4, like Ben
Is it-
White's a natural centre back. He's playing right back.
That was City's like third
is
string
Timber still
defensive
playing?
lineup.
Yeah.
The right back. Timber. Is Timber still playing? I know
Yeah.
Ben
Yeah.
White played the last game,
Timbers-
but
I think Timber's back now fully. And then
yeah,
they
so
got
if you're
that.
playing against Timber, you're not getting that width for sure. Like
Yeah.
Timber can he does what Dorgu does. He can cover everything. So
Yeah. I think it'll be. I get what Dean's saying in terms of the midfield, because if you played probably exactly what this team we just played then in the same setup, and we played Burnley again, I think it would have been a very similar result to what we had the week before. I think Man City's being so front-footed and probably overconfident actually helped us, because a lot of time they left it as like a 2v1 at the back. Like, they're 2 centre backs and Brian and Bomo. And Bruno would always cheat. I thought he was exceptional, by the way. I thought he was
Yeah.
one of his best performances for the club. Even though
Do you
I
know
thought he was
why
very
that happened? Because Pep doesn't change because of the players in his team. Like, he's got his same system. So if they had their proper starting back 4, with their wide players moving forward and all that, that's how he plays. So they always have 2 players left at the back there because their fullbacks get so high and stuff like that. It's crazy. So
Yeah.
and I think Steve Holland has to take a lot of credit for the tactics of this game. Like, it was unbelievable.
do you know during that match and what you're saying now in regards to Pep's fullbacks being so far forward and everything, I was thinking, who we could play like similar kind of style like as we did yesterday, and we could play this team and we would do well, I reckon, is like, let's say if you play Hansi Flick's Barcelona, because they play that really high line. That's again the kind of game that we would actually suit with the way that we played yesterday.
Yeah, 100%.
but
All the top teams.
You wouldn't want to play
I reckon,
Real
like-
Madrid that way because Madrid actually, like, they don't do that high line to the same kind of level that Barcelona does.
They're
for example.
deeper.
Yeah. So yeah, but again, I can only judge Carrick based on the one game, and the one game he, in my opinion, made the right decision. I definitely agree that in 2 weeks or 2 weeks time, whenever we play a shitter team that we're expected to dominate, I am hoping that Bruno as the 10 means we actually have more like line breaking passes, but while we have the possession as opposed to a counter attack kind of situation.
I think another thing too, that the more you think about the game, and like, it was brilliant, I thought, from everybody on that field, but one player who I'm sure we'll talk about later. I thought the more you think about it, the more you actually realise, because Man City's midfield's so congested and it's all little passes in pockets and stuff, it quite suits Mainu, Casemiro and Bruno defensively.
100%.
Like, if that was again, we talk about another team where it's end to end a bit more,
They
and
don't
there's
need to
more
cover as
room
much.
to running. Like, I think that's why when that Reinders came on for them, he struggled a lot because he's so good at running up and down the line. Like a Declan Rice in that game would have been probably shithouse, to be honest. He would have
Don't
struggled
forget
because
Casemiro went off early too, like, you know, and we talked
Yeah.
about how that game suits him. So how's he meant to last the game when it doesn't suit him?
I've got.
I thought
I've
he
got
was
a-
good though, Casemiro. I thought he was.
Yeah,
very
yeah,
good.
but like you said, that game
Man of
suits
the
him. He
match,
still
didn't he?
didn't last the whole game. So
I don't think he
He
can.
got man
though,
of the
really.
match. He got man
I've
of
got
the
a
match.
comment here by Tom. That was 90% of Carrick's game off the ball. Cutting off the passing lane to the strikers seems like an instruction straight away.
That's literally what I was saying before.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think you got to give Steve Holland massive credit too. Like he's the tactician in that whole football department.
Absolutely.
Like, mate, you hear all the ex-England players how much they love him, and when he got announced that he was going to United, Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire, all them was so stoked. Like, you know, it's obviously he's not going to get the credit because he's not the face of it, but you know, like there's a lot
You
of
can
coaches
see.
in that team.
Yeah,
You can see
see it.
during the game. You can see during the game, Carrick's he's looking at him, he's chatting to him
Yeah.
like so much, and he's actually not even in the technical area. He's sitting down, just observing the game from afar. You know, but,
Do you think they just simplified things for the boys?
Yeah,
Or
run
did it
hard.
I think
come
they would
down
have had
to
to.
mentality for them?
I think they would have had to because 3 games. They only had 3 days to prepare, really. So I think they would have had to.
Yeah.
I think it was more of a pinch the ball out wide, like draw them out wide, pinch the ball, and then express yourself going forward. I don't think, like, because a lot of the time, as Dean said before, like our offsides, like I reckon 2 of them were so avoidable, but it was an excitement thing. I think that actually got them offside. Whereas I think like Bruno was almost given a free roll. Like people probably don't understand that first goal we scored, the patience on him to wait for Brian to make that run back across, and then the weight of the pass. That is such a high level thing to do.
He dragged him. He dragged him.
He
to the
also
middle.
dragged him inside and then
He
Yeah.
did
dragged
the
him
pass.
to the middle first, which is the perfect. Is the
It's the
perfect
most.
10 roll.
It's the perfect.
It's the
player-
perfect 10
player-
roll. If you're
It's
10,
perfect.
yeah,
Yep.
you can't get any better than that. If
You know-
if your 10 opens up the field center of the pitch, and he's looking at Ahmed and he's looking at Mbumo, and he had Dorgu there as well.
Yep.
And he's just at some stage they had to come to him because they were backing quick, man. They were backing up that quick.
But
And
the
as soon
patience
as
on
he
it.
took one, if you have a look, the fullback takes one step and then he slides the pass.
That's what I mean.
It's
It's
like
the
when a
awareness and
striker
the
goes
patience.
in and nutmegs the keeper. It's like when the striker goes in and nutmegs the keeper. I've been a keeper and I've faced a professional footballer, and they wait till the keeper takes that step and they meg him every single time. It's something. As soon as you plant that foot, that you just can't reverse. So the first goal was unreal.
Speaking
I
of
thought it was
keepers,
brilliant.
how good was Donnarumma though? Like, just kept them in the game. Like we
That
could
save
have
from
that game.
Casemiro was phenomenal, actually. The with his right foot, like Casemiro did, I think, tried to do the right thing in dinking him. Like he waited for him to go down and then tried to dink him, but he just made himself so big with his foot, and he just got like perfect spot for it.
I've
He's
got
the best
honestly-
goalkeeper in the world. He's the best shot stopper in the world, Donnarumma.
Yeah.
I've got a great comment here, from Junior. No, bro, I can't believe City lost. Like I played FC 26 before the game started to see which team will win.
Yeah, nice one.
One thing I think we need to touch on though is it's great that we won and stuff, but I like to be considered pretty fair when I watch a game. I think Diego Dallo was very lucky to stay on that field. I thought that was a horrible challenge.
All ball, John. All ball.
All
He,
shin.
Ball
Yeah.
first, then shin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It was
actually,
more
I'm of the
knee
same
shin
mind
ball.
that if you get the ball like that and then you get the shin, it shouldn't be a red. However, over the last 5 years, we've seen that
You've
be a
seen them
red
getting.
continuously. So it
There
has
was
to
one-
be a red.
Mate,
I love
Casemiro
how they
got
judge it on
knocked off.
force. Like, how do you know how forceful it is? Like, just by looking at it. Like,
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
By slowing it
glancing.
down, you know?
Glancing. It was glancing on his shin, so we're not going to send him off.
I think it was just the wind actually that hit him. Like, it wasn't the.
Yeah, he dived.
I think it just goes. I think it just goes back to show probably how inconsistent the refereeing has been this year. Like,
It's been horrendous.
like throughout.
It was perfect last night, Elliot. What are you talking about?
Mate, just from the VAR decisions throughout the season to, I guess decisions like the Dallo tackle, it just the lack of consistency from referees has just been so poor, and probably part of the reason why the league is pretty open still and so tight, because I think the referees have just make a mince meat of 90% of the games they're reffing at the moment.
I mean, let's not forget that yesterday they also made a mistake with potentially a mistake with like Mason Mount's goal, where it looks like they counted the offside based on the wrong defender. Like that's where they put the line, and it actually looks incorrect.
So I said something in a different group chat about, I think it was our second goal, when Martinez plays a ball in behind and we're offside. But the image that they show of us being offside, the ball's already left Martinez's foot.
It's like
it's only a split second, but that's all it is.
Send that to me, Jordan.
Yeah, there you go. And you probably said I was an idiot.
I don't know if you remember Vertz's goal from a couple of weeks ago, where he was clearly offside, but then they showed it from before, like he was like before the ball even like got hit.
Left.
So.
Can we just get off the topic of referees, because I've listened to Adam talk about referees all week.
I've got a couple of comments in here. I sort of don't understand this one. If you blokes can put it or help me out here. Creative _GU. I guess Yoni would know that one. Carrick is smart. Putting a less attacking tactic is great. I don't know. And then he's got another one here. And there's another one here by Junior. The guy with the red shirt was Wayne Rooney, to be honest.
He's definitely not Wayne Rooney.
So I go back to the first one. Carrick is smart. Putting a less attacking tactic is great. I don't really understand that, because
I think he went with the two defensive mids, but then we had the cover coming from the defenders, so like they were quite compact, as Jordan was saying before, and kind of like covering for one another. So I think maybe based on that.
I think also you got to look at having a proper centre half pairing as well. Like, the last 6 to 8 weeks we've had a young kid with a centre half, like, with Harry and Martinez in there, like controlling the game. Like, it makes a massive difference to the whole team having 2 solid centre backs. Like, especially with 2 fullbacks, fullbacks on yellow cards, man. Like, you can't tell me you guys weren't all shitting yourself when Luke Shaw and Dello got yellow carded early.
Yeah. I actually wanted to, because I know you guys all want to shit on Dallo at some point, but I just wanted to give him credit, because the fact that for 85 minutes or 80 minutes of the game, he was on a yellow, and he actually, in my opinion, played much better after that 20th minute mark or whatever. So I just thought he did really well to not get like another bad tackle in, especially when you consider he's going against Doku. Like it's not like he's playing like an easy winger. He's playing a really, really smart, like tricky winger.
And but Doku was shit as well.
Doku was shit, mate. He was poor.
He was
really shit. Because he did well. Have you seen his game? Have you seen some of his goals? Like, he is tricky.
I think Doku's unreal
player, but he was poor last
time. He was shit, but that also comes from Dallo keeping him there. Like, Dallo could have just let him run past him continuously, but he didn't, did he?
Dallo gets in great positions. He just can't complete a pass or finish it.
Yeah, for a goal. The one to Ahmed, perfect example.
I think that was smart though when Doku got the ball, because if you watch Doku,
they doubled up.
He's got the ball. They literally did exactly that. Ahmad drops deep and he stops him from going inside, but then when he goes inside, Casemiro was actually quite wide for a 6. He was almost in that channel. He wasn't even marking. On the back of him wasn't Foden. Who was the other midfielder? Bernardo Silva. And Bruno was picking up Silva, and Casemiro was coming in. So Doku actually came inside a few times, and they'd invite this stupid pass that he kept playing that would keep going out for a goal kick. One time, Le Mans had to tip it around the post, which it wasn't going in, but it was just one of those things you got to do just to in case.
You look at like Ahmad and Dorgu could pretty much play left and right fullback on their day, because Ruben's pretty much played him in the wing back role. So like we pretty much did have 2 fullbacks on each side, and we're just attacking a lot with them as well. So
which
it was
helped,
smart
I think,
play by
massively.
them all, like so they could double up, they could get in the little pockets and get in there and stuff like that. So
We were very
well
smart
played.
at, like, if you see when Man City got the ball, though, as soon as Rodri even picked up the ball, any of them, our back to, like, our Maguire and Martinez dropped so deep. We were on the edge of the 18 box instantly because of Haaland's pace. So what are you going to do? You're going to play it into him, but then you've got 4 people circling him. So as soon as if he ever got the ball in, there was 4 people ready to fucking kill him.
Well, Casemiro was right in front of him as well most of the game, like just standing, cutting that ball.
I loved it. I loved it. And I just love watching Martinez whispering in his ear. And they actually, there was one ball where they put over the top to Haaland and they tried to get him to hold the ball up, and Martinez just ragged
Yeah,
it
was
away.
amazing. It was amazing.
And, I love him, mate.
Do you reckon Nicky Butt and Skiles will come out with an apology?
I hope so. Because I jumped on their Instagram as well, and every comment is like ripping into them and what they said, because they didn't talk about his playing ability. They just pretty much were like saying he's small, blah blah blah, and so he'll drag him. And yet, if you look at the history, Haaland in 7 games now has only scored in 1 game against Martinez, and that was the first game they played together where he scored.
Johnny, they get foot traffic to all their socials. That's all it's about.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
that's why everyone loves shitting on United. That's like the Talk Sports special kind of thing,
Yeah.
That's the one thing I hate though is I hate ex-players talking about current players and comparing it.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't think, like, I love Paul Scholes and Nicky Butt, and I actually listen to their podcasts and all that stuff. But at the same time, sometimes I sit there and think it's a whole nother ball game now. It's not the football you used to play.
You're right.
I think this is in general like a very different thing, because they also, like how they said, just go and get the manager that you want right now. It's not something you can do right now. Let's say if you wanted Enrique, there's literally zero chance that you can go to Enrique and be like, hey, come here right now.
Yeah, he's going for another treble.
Yeah, like
I know it's a little bit different than that, but like even with like say the Brazil national team of the early 90s and 2000s, you don't hear them coming out every week talking about how shit Brazil are.
No.
Yeah, I mean they have some. They have in the past. I will say this because I know a few situations where it did happen, but like for example, they've always supported Neymar. Like they never shouted Neymar, even when Neymar did badly or get injured because of his sister's like fucking parties and whatever. They never shout on him. So like, yeah.
But like, it's not every week, Yanni. Like Roberto Carlos isn't coming out every week now. So
I think the issue that I have is
kind of defending it has been actually like, I don't know if you watched the overlap this week, because Gary Neville was making a lot of dumb kind of points about like, oh, these players should be able to handle it, whatever. And the only person I saw actually like try to talk some sense into him was Carrick, because Carrick was like, when you were playing, you didn't have social media like this. You didn't have pundits like this or like ripping into you all the time. You say they should be confident and they should be able to like pick themselves up. But you went into like a winning team and they're in a losing team that's been losing for 6 years, and the pressure is building and building and building. So it's a different situation. So yeah, like I agree. The ex-players are fucking useless.
If I'm going to be honest, controversial though, is I think a lot of the ex-players like the fact that we're struggling because it helps their podcasts and their social
That's what Dean was
stuff.
saying a second ago. Yeah.
I think they like that because they can sit there and talk. Like, for example, I'm not saying Paul Scholes is one of them, but Paul Scholes can sit back and go, what did he win? 13 league titles or something like that.
Yeah.
I won 13 league titles. I can speak on anything. But at the same time, like, do you think Paul Scholes would be one of the best midfielders in the world right now in football with the way it's played?
No.
Not with the pace of the game. No.
I got a comment here from Tom. It's tricky, but Scholes and Keane say a lot of what we say at the pub, but interpret their opinions differently because of direct influence it has.
Different because their audience isn't 6 people at the pub sitting at a table with them. Their audience is millions of people that are watching them.
Tom, as a school teacher, you should know better.
Their opinions.
Yeah, and it's not even just that. It's when I say at the pub, the Man United players are not hearing me. When legends of the clubs are saying it, they are going to hear it. Whether you say
they might listen to you.
I mean, they should,
but But do you reckon Jemba comes out and talks about Casemiro? No, it's the players that have won everything.
Yeah.
It's the stars of our club. It's not all the lesser players.
And to be perfectly honest, and I've been chatting about this with with a couple of mates, and my mate came down last night. I do truly believe that a lot of these players from the past, they're actually the pressure that they put on our club now is a large part of the reason why we're not playing very well at the moment. Like that pressure that they're putting on the players, it's not needed. Their opinions are not really needed, because they're influential.
Well, they get paid for it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're influential
And a lot.
people.
And to be fair, some of these players that were brought aren't mugs off the street. Like they should be able to handle pressure as well.
Yeah.
But like we keep on hearing, when you're at United, it's a whole different ballgame. When you don't realize the size of the club, the pressure that comes with it. And as I've said it before, but because we've been running bad for so long, the pressure is building. So it's like a pressure cooker. And every time something happens, like it's just horrendous. But
There's a bit of pressure at Real Madrid at the moment.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I just want to say
But
that the one
hear
point
a lot of ex-players talk about Real Madrid like what United legends.
Yeah. But I do want to say that I do think, like, for example, Rio, he generally speaking is trying to help the players.
I was literally about to say Rio's podcasts and his conversations are quite positive. I do think that.
But he
And I
also
think that's
did
why-
sort
I
of
think that's why
throw
he
in
left
there that he gets
the
invited
traditional
to
media.
Carrington a lot and that, so he's not going to bag him out.
But I also think it's because he left the traditional media. Because if you look at like Scholes, Buddy, Keane, whatever, they go and do some punditry now and this and that, whatever. But Rio specifically left it. He's moved out of the country. He just wants his company, so he will say what he believes. I think that's a big aspect of it. So
I've got Tom's replied, and then it's going to lead me into something. All right, he goes, that's what I mean. We want their honest opinion. They just get heard, but I agree that's because of their influence. They should be more responsible. So that sort of leads me into this. Over the whole year, right? As much as probably we haven't been winning and drawing when we should, we've obviously got a lot of draws, right? Have you seen plays, and even Martinez coming back and being captain and everything like that? Do you think last night you saw 3 or 4 players that actually stepped up and led the team? Because this is one thing we've complained about a lot. We haven't. We always complain there's no leaders in the team. In last night's game, I thought there was a few leaders in that game. Example, I thought Luke Shaw was stepping up, getting people in control. Martinez, Maguire, Bruno. They were just leading their sections and they were getting everyone under control. Even when Delort was struggling, I think the players were in his ear, just telling him, I still want him to get closer on the edge of the box. Fuck, I hate it. But, even there, they could start reading him what was going on. And as you said, Ahmed was dropping in as well. I think people need to realise now we are gaining a few leaders in that squad now.
I also think
Harry
Cunha,
Maguire's
when he
so
came
important.
on, he kind of was maybe not like, I don't know if he was yelling at people to do this and that, whatever, but I felt like he kind of played with a purpose, and that's the kind of like, on the field kind of leadership that you can have when you're playing, is like you play with a purpose, you pass the ball at the right time and all that kind of stuff. So I also think, he could have that kind of effect.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
we also
running-
gained
he's
about
running
5
really
players
lifted
as
everyone.
well.
Yeah, we did.
Like,
3.
What'd you say?
Like we've also gained a lot of players and like that haven't
what I
been
just
there
said.
the last
Injury.
2 months.
Harry
You know,
Maguire is a massive
Yeah.
experienced player for us at the
But not
back.
even that. Brian Burma and Afcon, Ahmad's sort of a leader in the Ivory Coast now. Like, Bruno was injured for a few games. Like you look at our bench last night compared to like the last 2 months. It's chalk and cheese. Like,
Yeah, it was a big risk. Carrick did say it was a big risk playing Harry last night, didn't he?
Paid off.
Still carrying
Fucking
an
paid
injury.
we won't see him
and
the
I
rest
think-
of the season now.
Well, you hope he bounces back, and we've still got, plenty of.
I've got a comment here
fixtures
regarding.
on this team at the moment. I think Bruno.
What happened there? But yeah, all right.
Wayne Rooney's had a fall.
Internet, eh?
Wait,
I've upgraded my internet recently.
What,
downgrade or
from
upgrade? Have
ADSL?
you checked it?
The
I've got
NBA guys
here-
were here
I've got
on
here-
Saturday.
Rio cares what they think, so Rio is not honest, not professional. I don't know.
I wouldn't say not professional, but I do agree to a certain point. Like he even said in his interview with Ruben, he goes, I get invited back at Carrington all the time. I speak to the players. I'm around the coaching staff and stuff like that. So he's not going to come out and bag them all, and then lose that opportunity of going back into Carrington and stuff like that. So I can see both sides to it. So.
But there's a difference
I
between
think
bagging
they
someone
should
and
bag
criticizing
the
the way they play. Like I've heard Rio criticize the way somebody has played, but I've never heard him go, "Oh, Erling Haaland's going to drag him through the grass because he's a small little person." So that there's different kind of like approaches you can have.
That's one comment out of how many comments like over the last 5 years. So I know we're picking on that one comment, but
only because it's recently. But I've seen it enough times, and I can't think of a situation. I'm sure there has been where Rio said something like that. But
you look at like what Keane said about Carrick's misses. Like to me, that should just be a no-go, and everyone should be blasting him about. But you don't see Gary Neville and all them coming out.
Well, I think, I can also give you an example of something Keane said recently that I think was out of order when he's saying that, we shouldn't be looking at Alex Ferguson and blah, blah, blah. And when he was ripping into Fergie being there, so that's also a personal situation. It's not something that's actually a technical kind of reason or anything like that. So,
but that's what I'm saying. You don't hear Gary Neville and them coming out against Roy Keane.
No,
but I'm saying they
podcast every Thursday.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's it's what generates views for them, which creates money. That's what they care about.
Yeah.
Mate, it's like Roy Keane's one-liners on that show. Like you see more one-liners of Roy Keane of that show than the actual show.
Yeah, that's why
that one with Marlon, Marlon and Jill Scott and all that. Like that pretty much hyped that show up. Gary Neville's just sold that show for stupid amounts of money.
He did, yeah, I saw that.
Anyway, back to the football, eh?
Let's be positive.
Okay,
the best thing is we took points off City and Arsenal couldn't capitalize. And so next week we're going to take points off Arsenal as well. How good is that?
Do you know what I'd love?
We're going to win the league.
We upset a lot of the big teams. We get into the top four. Man City beat Arsenal in the Carabao Cup. Arsenal bottle it. Villa go and win the league, and Unai Emery gives a big fuck you to Arsenal. Look what I've done over at Villa.
Oh, yeah.
That's something I could see maybe
I would love an Arsenal bottle. I've said it before. I don't care if City win the league. I still think Arsenal.
I still think Arsenal are going to bottle it. I still think, based on some performances that I've seen, I still think that they've got a lot more to do than what people are leading on, in my opinion.
The issue with I'd love to see Villa push on, but they've got to spend some real money in the next 2 weeks.
They can't.
That's what I mean. And I know, but that's what they're missing because Morgan Rogers and Ollie Watkins get injured.
Sancho.
That's what I mean. They just sold Daniel Marlon.
Yeah.
And he was actually good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was someone they had to sell probably. Not someone that they wanted.
Well, that's why the whole Sancho thing never made sense. They're under financial pressure and they're paying $250K a week for him.
I've got a funny little I don't know what you call them, but you know how Elliot said he's upgraded his internet? His upgrades like when I thought Manchester United upgraded the left wing from Rashford to Sancho.
Look at you, Jordan. You're on fire tonight, mate. Look out.
I'm in a good mood. Sorry, Elliot.
Did you finally take the Christmas tree down?
The missus did, yeah. He's a Grinch, mate. I wanted it up all year.
Oh, mate. Jeez. How do we go so far off topic every single time?
I don't know.
Mate, the best thing about last night was just seeing the fans in that stadium loving life again. That was man. For me.
Sir Alex smiling, Casemiro jumping on Carrick. Oh,
Vidic's bodyguards in there like a mafia boss.
You know the part I enjoyed about the game? I really enjoyed we didn't panic around the box. We passed out a lot. In games gone by, regardless if it was City or Arsenal or whoever, we get ourselves into a situation where we're just booting the ball down the back end of the pitch, and then they're on the attack again. I just felt we stayed steady in the back line. And when we needed to block shots, we did it. And there wasn't just one or two players blocking shots. It was like 3 or 4, you know? Everyone, and that's what I enjoyed about it. It was like everyone found their mojo, I suppose, and they didn't panic. They could see a big picture. And look, and at the end of the day, it was only 2-0. Like, we're only you can't tell me while you're watching that game, you're there thinking, fuck, if they get one, but we'll fucking crack here. They'll end up being 2.
But they didn't.
Right through that whole game, I was thinking that.
I was going to say panicking. You're panicking the whole game.
I couldn't get over how well, like, Dorgu played. Like, when I saw the starting 11, like, I was showing Dino at the pub, I was like, Desco's bagged a few. He's on the bench. You know, we've got a few players back, and we're starting Dorgu probably on the left wing. We dropped some players, but I guess deliberately to put some firepower off the bench. And Dorgu was just unreal.
I think what they did though is I said this to Dean actually yesterday or this morning. I was like, because we're talking about how he would have liked to seen Sesko on there. I think he actually went for the most aggressive out of possession team almost he could have. Like, he brought Cunha on to run and fitness. Tackle, and he went. Fitness. If you're gonna put Sesko up there, he's gonna give you the speed, but he's not gonna give you the aggression and the press of Mbeumo or Ahmad when he comes inside. Like, I felt like just the off the ball for us, we were exceptional. I thought Bruno Fernandes was, I've said it before tonight, but
he was my man of the match.
He was fucking exceptional off the ball, and on the ball, he just showed why he is a number 10 and one of the best in the world.
Hey, when was the last time do you reckon we had a match where we could all pick a different man of the match?
I was just thinking that as well. Because
who was your man of the match?
Martinez is my man of the match because I don't know if you know, but he won every aerial and ground duel that he was part of.
Like, I could name probably 8 players that could have got man of the match, but I think Dorgu, from where he came from in Leeds in Italy to a nobody, like to where he is now, and you know, the first 6 months weren't real great, and to that match that he played yesterday, I think that's how I'm judging it off. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, I expect Casemiro to have a brilliant game. I expect Martinez to have a brilliant game. Do you know what I mean? So for me, it was Dorgu because I expect Bruno to be brilliant every game too. So.
Well, have you seen the meme? Dorgy best.
Yeah.
I've got a comment here which makes a lot of sense here. The key to winning yesterday was playing players at their position. And that was the thing with Dorgu. He plays high for Holland, and like you can see the difference he makes there.
Denmark,
mate, he was good. He's got so much speed.
Denmark.
Denmark. Oh yeah. Yeah.
He played high in Italy though. I don't know if you know that.
He did. He played high. Well, I mean, we said this before.
And he played on the right as well.
That's what the president said, right? That his best games came as the right winger.
He mainly played on the left, but when he played on the right, he was better.
Yeah. But he did play like a wing-back style. That's the reason we got him.
It was chaotic.
So, yeah.
But I thought when I talk about man of the matches and stuff, I like to see who was up against who, because to have a big game and say, for example, Rodri for them, well, that was Bruno's pretty much man for man. If you're going to go man for man in terms of formation, Rodri was arguably the best player a year and a half ago in the world. Was actually, but Bruno literally showed, like last night, that Rodri did not belong on that field alongside him.
But
like,
Rodri's
he
also
ran
been out for
rings
like a year,
around him.
You know, and he hasn't been. Rodri's also been out for a year, and he's been pretty average since coming back.
Oh yeah, for sure, but you still got to do it.
Yeah.
They would have played.
That's what I'm saying. You could have 8 or 9 players. Like, apart from Dallo and Lamens, anyone else on that pitch could have got man of the match.
Yeah.
Agreed. One thing I thought of as well, just because I know we love bringing Amarim's name in, but with Ahmad, you know how we were saying he was defending a lot as well. And
that's all Ruben.
But yeah, that's all coming from him having actually played that wing back position and learning to do that. And I think that
Ahmad defended a lot of Sunderland though. When he was before, he even
was that a lone player, Jordan? Was he a lone player?
He was a lone player, and I fell in love with a lone player. And then he went back to my main team. But when he was at Sunderland, he would play on the right in a 4-3-3, and the defensive work he would do to help Trey Hume was fucking unbelievable. Like, you used to sit there and think, how does this guy keep running? Like, he just kept running and running. And the championship is such a high, like, chaotic game. It's not just, you don't slow the game down at all. Yeah, it's
Speaking
intense.
of
That's
running,
exactly.
Actually, I don't know if you guys remember, it was like 95th minute or whatever, and Dorgu was just running and running still with the ball. I was like, this guy's like an engine.
Yeah, it was great.
What did everyone think of Kobe Mainu's performance last
I thought he did well.
Thought he was exceptional, but I thought he did exceptional.
Especially the little tick attacker. Like,
yep.
Tick attacker was good, but then he did give the ball away sometimes. And you're like, but like, you
work
know,
hard after it. Work hard
you
after it.
You got to remember he hasn't played all season as well, so that's probably his first real proper 90 minutes of full-on football.
Yeah. But we go back to what we were saying before. That game suited him to a T.
100%.
The game was congested, close. There was not big sprints. It was all one or two touch, and he excels in that.
That tick attacker. That's his bread and butter.
Tell you boys, what do we say? 4-3-3, and look what happens. And that was traditional 4-3-3.
Mate, they need to start
4-2-3-1.
Oh, I don't reckon it was 4-3-3.
4-2-3-1 is a variation of 4-3-3, Elliot. I'm sorry. But that is a variation.
They just put 11 on the pitch, mate. That's all that matters.
So where do we go next week then? Where do we move to next week? Do we play that way? Or how do we set up?
Well, I guess first of all, the personnel that we've now got in the squad with that 4-2-3-1 formation, do we have too many players? Like, because I can see maybe Xerxes getting sold. Actually,
I hope so.
I mean, I know he was injured, but he's not going to play. Sell him. Let him go.
The Middlesbrough midfielder that played under Carrick. What's he like? The one that's been linked with us. What's his name?
30 mil.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it Jack?
Hang on. Can you get it up for me? Fucking hell.
I can't get it up for you, mate.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't like championship players making a jump that high.
Yeah.
That's like jumping through 3 levels of football right there.
Is he better than Loftus-Cheek though?
No, I rate Loftus-Cheek.
Do ya?
Yeah, because he plays really well for Milan at the moment because he's just up and down. Plays as an 8, he just bombs up and down. I rate Loftus-Cheek. Better than Neves. Yeah. Neves is Neves is may as well have 2 Kobe Mainus in the midfield. The same fucking player.
Yeah. You need like a proper athlete, like a beast in there.
You can't. If you're signing Neves, he's going to play where Main is playing now. So like,
and Kobe's meant to be playing where Bruno plays. So
yeah. So you need a runner. Like you need Elliot Anderson.
I've got a comment here. I've got a comment now. I don't know whether he's taking the piss. Let me have a look. He goes, Arsenal is unbeatable. Mate, I don't know how much you've watched Arsenal this year, but they are the biggest fucking fraud in the Premier League at the moment because I think they're shit. I've watched them a fair bit this year, and they have no drive to go forward at all. They play the poorest game. They love moving the ball around, but when they need to take risks, they don't take it. So
Hayden Hackney.
Yeah, that's it.
Hayden Hackney.
Yep. Yeah, I'd like him, but
Sorry,
I just think, isn't he? He's only 22, I think, off the top of my head. 21, 22, 23. That's a massive jump, man, to go from playing for Middlesbrough, who I think they're a second at the moment.
They're second.
But you need to go to an Everton or something, get Premier League experience, become a regular starter. Like
the problem is he goes from 30 mil to 100 mil.
Yeah, I know. But do you buy him and loan him out?
You can do that.
Like, I think they should have done that with James Garner before. I don't think they should have sold him. I think they should have loaned him.
James Garner should be 100%.
That's what I mean. But like they sold him when they should have loaned him if they had the personnel at the time.
They didn't even need to loan him. He was already ready. That's the annoying thing. They already loaned him the 2 seasons.
They didn't trust him.
Yeah.
But didn't they also want homegrown money? So it helps all the issues.
Yeah.
Adam, going back to Arsenal, I think you could see with that Forest performance this morning, if they're not scoring offset pieces, they are struggling to find how they score.
Can I tell you how bad was the Gyökeres run when he got the ball and he should have been able to just run through like it would have just run through 1-on-1, but he just took bad touches, kind of like let the defenders catch up to him. It was so bad. Like I swear to God, Gyökeres of Sporting would have never been this bad.
They're just lucky Chris Wood didn't play.
I don't think he. I don't think Gyökeres is actually fit enough to be playing in the Premier League.
Oh mate, Gyökeres scored, what was it, 65 goals in 62 games in Portugal, but he scored 3 goals against teams in the top half of the league.
Yeah,
like think about that stat in Portugal.
Yeah. And think of how he had like 20 penalties or something as well. Like
he was already tried and tested at Coventry. Like his standout game which is why everyone thought he was going to be so good because they played Man City in Portugal, and they played the most ridiculous. They played like Barcelona. That high line was stupid.
But
he scored
this is
2 penalties and an over-the-top through ball.
Yeah, but that's why yesterday's run last night, where he just like had all this space to run into, and then he'd miss it.
Yeah, that was bad.
Like that was honestly like the kind of goal that he would have scored last year, like the Man City goal, the third one that you mentioned, like the over-the-top run.
Yeah,
take the shot.
That's exactly. But he didn't do it.
Yeah, it was so bad.
But Arsenal are miles better of a team when they've got Kai Havertz or Miguel Merino playing as a false 9.
Or Jesus.
Yeah, but Jesus he runs
He'd play
too
that
much.
position.
Yeah, he runs
Jesus
too much.
shit.
You want someone that stays narrow and just sits like in a pocket. That's why Bobby Firmino was so good for Liverpool. He doesn't run. He just sits there and he just drags one of the defenders out, and it just creates pockets for channels in behind. That's why Mo Salah scores so many fucking goals when Liverpool play false 9. They go and buy Isaac and Ekitike, and he doesn't score a goal.
Yeah.
Because it's all about runs on the angle in the channel.
I've just had Elliot message me about his internet. We're not laughing at your internet. We're laughing at Dean's comment.
Yeah.
Because he says it every podcast. He just wants a Kiwi at United.
We're not getting Chris Wood, mate.
Yeah. That's what we're laughing at.
Liviachi Kakachi's the next mate. We'll get him at left back.
Fucking idiot.
Mate, I'd take anyone from that Wellington Phoenix team today.
Hey, how good's it seeing Bill Tillanomo back, mate? Remember he went to Marseille as a teenager?
Where did he go after that, though?
He went to Strasbourg, and then he went to America.
That's it. He's come from America.
Yeah, he's played like over 200 games in America, but he wasn't getting game time, so obviously he wants the World Cup spot. So anyway, back to United.
And this comes from a bloke that's me worried about doing it in front of 100,000 people. Yeah, I'm happy with 8.
What's wrong?
The guy last week putting shit on us because we had 5 people watching.
Well,
Mate, we're
that's
talking
why we've
about
got 5 people on tonight, so we're all here. No one else is watching.
We're normally the viewers.
tonight.
Yeah. Tom's a bot, actually, you know.
Yeah.
Let me get back to something. Does Sesko start for us next week?
I think he
Get
could play
that
the
away,
same
Dean.
team.
Sesko start. I think against Arsenal, yes, he should start.
I think he
You
starts
reckon?
against Arsenal.
Okay.
You know, I saw Carrick had a big chat to him after the match, you know. So, you know, obviously there's a plan there for him, but as you say, Jordan, like with his athletic ability and his stamina and stuff like that, that was just the right setup for that game.
Yeah, I think Mbeumo against
Saliba.
Gabriel is a mismatch in terms of every attribute there is. I think he gets eaten alive up front because he's not a natural striker. But Sesko will be a bit more awkward, and it won't be as that counter attack was just gorgeous to watch, right? When we scored with Sesko, you're not going to get that, but you're going to get awkwardness. Like the ball might bobble around to him, and he might toe poke it in. Things
but
like
also,
that. Like,
how does Arsenal?
He won't touch the ball, but he'll.
it create problems.
Yeah.
We actually
But
really need
Arsenal
Harry
score
Maguire
from
next
set
week.
pieces, so Sesko, even defending, is going to help the team.
I think we need
Yeah.
Harry Maguire for that next week because him if Delit somehow is back, that would be amazing too. But if not, we need Maguire badly because he just needs to stop the ball from getting to Gabriel every set piece.
Oh,
Like,
mate,
Man,
you know,
Harry's got that header should have gone in last night.
oh yeah,
how he hit the bar from there is harder than hitting the back of the net.
yeah.
Like
That's
it
I'm
is.
Harry.
surprised he didn't
That's
headbutt the
Harry.
actual
Because
bar
he was
itself.
so close to the goal.
I
'Cause he was
know.
so close to
Like
the
he
goal.
had this much of goal to aim for at that height and that much of crossbar. But he smacked it.
Mate, he had to get
Oh,
over Haaland, didn't he? He had got over
Oh.
the top of him. Got
He
over
made
top
him
of
look
him
like
nicely.
he made Haaland look like he was 5'3", same height as you.
Yeah. He is a big man though. Like I reckon Harry Maguire is like the size of Elliot. He's a big man. Strong, physical. Mate, if
Get
Elliot
Elliot out
had
there.
What's this?
anger in
Are
his
you
skin,
trying to set Elliot
his
up or
blood.
something? Like, what's this man
Mate,
crush got an Elliot?
if I tell you what, if you're going to punch on with Elliot, you're not standing too quick, mate. He'd fucking knock you out in two.
Sounds like you might have said something to him last night. Now you're trying to suck up to him.
I'm a gentleman. I'm a,
Blokes last night pushing through last night, and mate, I would have snapped easily.
I'm a gentle giant, mate.
You are. Mate, it was unreal catching up with you last night. It was fantastic. All right, boys,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
coming up.
Don't
to
worry
the
about
hour.
me. Don't worry about me. It's all good. No dramas.
You weren't drinking, so. You weren't drinking.
My mate Mahir, he's an interesting guy. He's got some he's been around for a while. He really enjoyed himself.
I was trying to pick his accent,
Where's he
Elliot.
from?
So he's born in Albania, but
Right.
he grew up in Wales. Like he moved to Wales
Right.
when he was like five or six. But
Yeah.
obviously he's still got very strong like
Mm.
family connections in Albania. So
The
Mate,
mafia,
you
is
gotta
that what
get
you're
him
saying?
on. We haven't had an Albanian on yet. Got to get
mate,
him on.
he's got some interesting views as Dino and him were having a good
Mate,
old
they're
chat
cool,
last night.
mate.
About some-
Last night, boys, I swear to God, if I had permission from Dino, I was recording our conversations last night. They were unreal. We're sitting around having a beer, having a feed, and it was great. It was so good. I'd love to
You
get
gotta
all
be
of it
careful
together
around him now,
one day.
Dean. He's gonna start wearing a wire and shit.
All right, mate. When he leaves, if he ever leaves, I'm gonna get that room bug tested and make sure nothing's in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's tapped your phone, mate. He's tapped your phone and everything.
he knows where you
Oh,
Gotta
live.
get him to leave first.
It was unreal catching up again. We will do another pod, I suppose, this week sometime. But
Yep.
yeah, it was great. Look, the whole setup this weekend was just fantastic. It was unreal. So
The
was
good
good
thing
to
is
catch up.
we've got another early game against Spurs in 3 weeks, I think. So I'll be back down there, I think.
That's
Yeah,
the
I might
weekend
fly
of the
up
Munich
for it.
match.
Yes, it's the day
Yeah,
after.
so-
isn't it?
yeah, if anyone's up in Queensland, where is it? Give it a plug, Dino, because we'll give it a plug about 400 other times, but give it tonight.
So on Friday, the 6th of Feb, we just hold our annual Munich Memorial match up at Redlands United in Redland Bay.
In
I think
Queensland.
I think kickoff's 7 o'clock. Yeah, it's a great night. It's one of my favourite events that we do. So if you're around the area, just come in, say good day, and yeah, have a good laugh because our team is a very mixed team from old and young. So there's a few injuries, there's a few good goals, and
There's a
yeah, it's
few
always a good
hamstrings
laugh.
going, isn't there?
And beers are flowing. I've experienced it, man. I may fly up for it again. I love it. It was unreal. So, it's a
Ali,
good
you
night.
got spare room?
I've got keys to his house now, so I'm sweet.
Nah, mate.
They
Dino's
are
moving
back.
out. Dino's moving out.
Outside,
I'll
mate.
put it up for sale.
Oh, all right, boys. I'm signing off. We'll sign off and enjoy the rest of the evening. We'll probably talk for another half an hour after we cancel this, but I'll talk to you later. See you later. Oh,
Bye.
remember, everyone, if you're in the chat still, hit like or something. Apparently, we're supposed to say that, and I keep forgetting to say it. So,
No, you just bullied
Like, share, and
all our
subscribe.
viewers.
yeah. All right,
That
boys,
loads.
catch you. See ya.
Sayers.
Cantona. Gary Neville looking for his first goal.